Extreme weather hits the country as matric students write their first exams. A post-election victory for the president, the Electoral Court says his pre-election speech did not influence a single voter. And King Charles is accused of stealing Aboriginal land in Australia's parliament. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
This is Eyewitness News.
You have to wonder why it's even been debated. Joburg Mayor Dada Morero says the fraud charges against his predecessor, Kebelo Gwamanda, fulfill the criteria for the step-aside rule to kick in. That's despite Gwamanda being a member of the al-jahmah party. The step-aside rule requires ANC members charged with acts of criminality to step down from government positions. Morero was commenting after Gwamanda's arrest on Friday in connection with an alleged fraudulent funeral scheme which saw some Soweto residents making monthly payments for funeral cover that didn't exist. Gwamanda has been released on bail. One of the accused in the kidnapping and human trafficking case relating to missing 6-year-old Jocelyn Smith has turned state witness. Jocelyn went missing from her Middelpos home in Saldanha Bay 8 months ago. Her mother, Kelly Smith, and 3 others were arrested a month after the little girl disappeared.
The Middelpos community held a prayer service for missing 6-year-old Jocelyn Smith on Sunday, ahead of her birthday on Wednesday. Jocelyn's grandmother, Larita Jan, says she had mixed feelings on the day.
It was a nice day, but I was sad because 8 months already gone and there is nothing, not even a body of Jocelyn, nothing is there. But we can say, okay, right, Jocelyn is found dead or alive.
Jan says the family are still hopeful after being reassured the search for Jocelyn continues. Carlo Peterson, Eyewitness News, Vredenburg Magistrates Court.
A bit of calm and solace before their pens hit their exam papers. These are the matric students at the Isolemamba High School in Fulweni, just minutes before writing their first final paper. Emergency services in KwaZulu-Natal say they will assist schools as extreme weather heads its way. The province has received an alert 6 for disruptive rains until Tuesday.
For now, there's no cause for panic. We are in touch with the South African Weather Service and we will be receiving regular updates from the leadership in KZN to hear where to from now.
The South African Weather Service issued a yellow level 4 warning for severe thunderstorms for Mpumalanga, Gauteng and the Free State. More than 700,000 matric learners are expected to have written their English first paper exam across the country today, and more than 100,000 part-time candidates are registered to write the exams. Northcliffe High School in Gauteng hopes to achieve a 100% matric pass rate this year.
Actually, it's such a great pleasure to write this exam because not everyone is going to write this exam, but then it is what it is after all.
I'm feeling a little bit scared because I was not ready to write this examinations. They are coming too much of pressure.
Eastern Cape is predicting an 85% pass rate, and exams end on the 28th of November. The Electoral Court has dismissed the DA's application that President Cyril Ramaphosa's pre-election speech was an abuse of state resources for political gain. On the 26th of May, a day before the start of special voting, Ramaphosa gave an address to the nation, which was carried on the public broadcaster and several official government accounts. The DA said Ramaphosa's address was the equivalent of an election speech for the ANC, which violated several sections of the Electoral Act. In a ruling handed down this morning, the Electoral Court has found the speech and Ramaphosa's actions to be acceptable and did not, quote, influence a single voter. Boipatong residents are blaming the provincial government for the recent surge in suspected food poisoning cases linked to local spaza shops. The angry residents in the south of Johannesburg attributed the rise in spaza shop food poisoning cases to poor governance. Today, community members engaged Gauteng Finance MEC Lebogang Maile. They're accusing the provincial authorities of neglecting their responsibilities and failing to protect their communities. This follows a wave of demonstrations, violent protests and the looting of foreign-owned spaza shops across the province.
tshwantse go be le a very aggressive campaign because le bona bao ba reng ba na le di-ID go ithotse jwang.
Maile's next stop is Soweto, where he will engage with another community grappling with this problem. Parliament has paid tribute to Princess Angela Buthelezi. She died in the early hours of this morning. Parliament's presiding officers say Buthelezi's voice in Parliament was a, quote, powerful force for positive change during her tenure. She was the youngest child of the late IFP leader and founder, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. KwaZulu-Natal government also expressed its condolences.
We know how significant is the Buthelezi family to the Zulu history and the Zulu nation. Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi was the traditional prime minister of the Zulu nation and the monarch. We are really, as the government of KwaZulu-Natal, with the family of Wapindangene for what has happened.
Britain's King Charles has been heckled by an independent senator at Australia's Parliament House. Lydia Thorpe yelled at the monarch, accusing him of stealing Aboriginal land. Charles was on a 5-day visit to Australia where he addressed MPs and senators. It was an important moment of his inaugural visit to Australia as monarch. That's it from us. Thanks for watching. See you again tomorrow.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.